Spirit didn't tell him to go find trouble. He said prepare for it. And he prepared for it. Now, the things that were tried about Jesus is really what I want to bring out tonight. Because the way he was tried and the things that he was tested on shows us the exact kind of Messiah he was, is, and always will be. Okay? And that is what's so important. Because what Satan tries him on, what he chooses to try Jesus on, is also, in a way, the things that he wants to try us on as well. The first thing is in verse 3. It says, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command him. He command that the stones be made to bread. Now, we know that Jesus was hungry. Anybody ever been 40 days and 40 nights without food? Boy, that's a long time. I tried fasting one time. I mean, totally fasting. I think I made it to lunchtime. I'm serious. I tell you what, my mind, when I tell my mind that I'm not going to eat, I automatically get double hungry. You know what I'm saying? But normally I can just go and you know, get busy, and I can go to 3 or 4 o'clock and not eat lunch. But as soon as I told myself I was fasting, I was starving to death at lunchtime. But Jesus, he didn't eat for 40 days and 40 nights. He was hungry. The Bible made mention that he was hungry. I mean, it wanted to clear that point up. Jesus wanted you to know that he was hungry. And that's the first thing Satan come at him. And see, we know, I know, and I pray to God, you know that Jesus can turn stone to bread. He's done it before. And he showed us he could do that. And I believe when he said he done it, I believe he done it. One time, Jesus told them, he said, if y'all don't praise me, I'm going to make these stones get up here and sing and shout and praise my name. I'd been a sight, would it? But they wouldn't have done it. So right off the bat, Satan tries to tempt him to take a shortcut in his own ministry. You understand? To use the powers that God had given him for self-benefit. Self-benefit. Now, when you first look at this request, Satan says, hey, look, you're hungry. Let's turn these stones here into bread. Now, that doesn't sound like an unreasonable request. You don't see any evil. And see, when we back up and we say, well, you know, we're tested and we're tried by God. We know that. God admits to us that he's going to test us. And we know that Satan is going to try to tempt us. Now, what's the difference in the two, and how should we know them? Anytime Satan ever tries you or tries to get at you, his is going to lead you to some type of evil. That's going to be the end result. It may seem maybe not so bad right here, but when you get to the end of it, it's going to have a bad punchline. It's going to get you somewhere you ought not be. That's the motivation behind the whole thing. When you look past it all, you'll see the motivation. And the motivation of Satan is always to get you somewhere you ain't supposed to be. Anytime God tests you, it's to move you further in the kingdom. Okay? In our terms, then, the motivation is to better you. To draw you closer to him, to get you to believe more in him, to get you to want more, desire more, whatever. But the end result is it's going to be somewhere you need to be. Okay? So we look at this and Satan says, Hey, this is something simple. Let's start out with something real easy, Jesus. You're hungry, you need to eat. Won't you turn these here stones into bread? Let's eat. You won't be hungry. Which once again, it doesn't seem like something that Satan would say. You know, because remember, God said Satan was sent here to steal, kill, and destroy. But he comes in with this request. Hey, let's eat together. Hey, let's do something. You understand? But if Satan's got anything to do with it, listen now. If Satan's got anything to do with it, we don't want no part of it. Amen. That's why before God, before Jesus, He didn't even, you understand, He didn't even think about it. He didn't walk around and say, well, might not be that bad. You know what I mean? Let's think about it. Right? Immediately when Satan said, let's do something, He said, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. See, and that's where we falter a lot of times today in the church, is we're willing to step out and be a part of things of the world just because they don't sound that bad. Or they may get to the end, they say, well, we're doing it for a good cause. But it's still bad. It's still bad. Your organization is still bad. You support this or you support that. Today we're willing to drop our guard today on so many politicians that believe in abortion, support abortion. Because they may have one or two good things that we do. But what God is saying, if it's evil, it's evil. If it's wrong, it's wrong. We don't want anything to do with Satan's work. You believe in a sport abortion, you don't agree with me. You're not in the same, you don't worship the same God I do. It can't be. It just can't be. Now, when you look at this request, I take it as a snap your fingers request. You know, I want to so often, when I get into problems, I want to just, I wish God would just do that thing, and I'd be out of it. It's the easy one. Now, Americans, we are built on evil. Amen? You've got to go along with me there. Whatever's the easiest is what we want. Everything we're doing today, everything technology-wise is based on easier. I watched a movie a couple weeks ago, Star Trek. You know, and boy, these guys were in a bad situation, and all they had to do was say on that microphone, "Beat me up!" And they took them from there and put them over there. And that's what we want. That's what we want. Just because we can doesn't mean we should. We just hold back and see what God wants. Do you understand that? Jesus could have turned. You understand Jesus could have turned the stone to bread. It was a shortcut. It wasn't what God wanted. God wanted Him to prove Himself. So often we have opportunities that we would just slow down and see what God wanted. Oh, we'd be so much better off. We want to snap our fingers. We want to just be taken out of it. But if we'll just take our time and see what God does with us, see what we can learn from where God has us, be inspired inside of us. see, he could have done it. Could have snapped his fingers. But it wasn't what God wanted. And right then and there would have been a problem in their relationship. When it got to the end, the Bible says, and the angels ministered to him. In other words, woo, that was good. That's what it meant. God sent the angels, and he got a whole lot better than letting him down, than doing it his way. You understand that?